Hey everybody, I wanted to touch on a very touchy subject today, and that is politics or injustices that are going on around us as a society, I guess you could say. My take on that, I was talking to this gal, I'm trying to think of how to say this. I was talking to this gal recently, and she starts going off about something that had happened in on the news that was like really bad, and she was going on and on about it, and how could they, and how it was just so bad, and they and them, and starts like just going off about this whole thing and just like basically spewing venom all over me. And I'm like, I looked at her, I said, stop it. And she just looked at me kind of stunned, and she's like, what do you mean? I said, stop it. You're just spreading negativity. And I said, what are you going to do about it? Well, there's nothing we can do. It's just the world is messed up, and this is blah, 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 blah. And I said, really? That's what you're going to spread? That's what you're going to make me believe? That's what you're going to make all your friends and everybody who will listen to you believe? This world is just messed up, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to sit there and judge? Like, what good is that going to do? So my take is that I think that what you need to do, what we all need to do, is focus on ourselves. If there's not an action you can take, then don't talk about it. You're spreading that negativity, and what you were talking about is spreading. You're creating more of those types of things happening in life. The more you talk about it, the more you give it power, the more you fuel it. So if you understand the law of attraction at all, you really don't want to do that. Everything that you put your attention and focus on, you're creating more of. So having said that, if there is a positive, proactive action that you can take about something that's happening, do it. If not, then stop talking about it. You know, do something or don't. But if you don't, then somehow see yourself in it. Like, take that personal responsibility I'm always talking about, and look at, like, how am I doing whatever that action is? And you know, you're not literally going and doing that. Usually, sometimes you are. But look at this situation and see, like, what's behind it, the pent-up feelings behind it, the way that I don't want to get into too many details so that you guys know, like, any specifics, but you know, just look at the situation and pick it apart and see how you are that, how you do that yourself in a different way, maybe in an emotional way. Maybe you're doing it to yourself. Maybe you're doing it to your friends and family. Maybe you're doing it subconsciously, you know. So that's how we can change the world, is by turning it on ourselves. We can transform the world if each and every one of us starts to look at what either we can do to take action, and we're proactive about it because we feel like intuitively prompted to do something, and we act on it from that place, from empowerment, not from weakness, not from retaliation, not from being all judgy, but hey, I can do something about this, so I'm going to. Or we look at ourselves and say, what is this showing me about me? What am I bottling up? How am I doing X, Y, and Z action? So I think that's the way that we are going to transform this world. If each of us do that, instead of complaining about things that are going on in our lives and complaining about the state of the world, or how a certain political leader acts, or how they, you know, what they're doing that's despicable, or whatever it is, try to see yourself in it. That's it. It's that simple. And the more that we have those epiphanies and realizations, the more we transform. The more of us that transform, we change the entire collective consciousness. One person at a time, waking up to unconditional love. Just think, the more, it's like the 100th monkey theory, like the more of us that start to really take a look at ourselves and take proactive, intuitive action, this world just be transformed so fast. But we are taught to and trained to be all judgy, and sometimes it's a part of how we are socially. It's like, how will I interact with my friends and my buddies, going drinking, and you know, venting all night? How will I be with my friends anymore if I can't be like that? Well, don't be with those friends anymore if that's all they do. You know, choose friends who are talking about things that are going on that are uplifting in their lives, or that empower you, or that make you feel great about what you're doing, or that believe in you, or, you know, just think about what you're surrounding yourself with and whether that's a positive thing for you or not, and whether it's, are you making a difference in this world? What kind of vibe are you putting out there? When you come home at night from work to your spouse or your roommates or whatever, what are you talking about? Are you talking about how exciting things are for you? How synchronistic and magical things are in your life? Or are you going home completely drained because you people pleased all day, and then you complain about it when you get home about how awful people are? If you're doing that, you know, you're just as bad as that political leader that you're talking about. So I'm just saying, take a look at yourself. And when you do that and encourage others to take a look at themselves, we are changing the world. So anyway, hope that helps on that subject. I know that's a really, really tough one, and it's, you know, you think about some of these, like, I remember listening to an Abraham Hicks once, and they were talking about how the whole Hitler thing wouldn't have happened, like the whole Holocaust thing wouldn't have happened if everybody weren't so focused on it. And they hid it too. They focused and complained in the shadows. If they would have taken right action, if they would have just taken intuitive action, if they would have just been in the moment and felt empowered and felt like, I think there's something I can do about this, then something would have been done. But instead, can you believe I can't, did you hear? Oh, that'd be dreadful. That can't be happening. Yeah, it's happening. I think it's happening. Oh my gosh. That's what spread in the shadows. Anything brought to light can be transformed. Keep it in the shadows, keep complaining about it, and it becomes what it did. Just something to think about. I don't even watch the news. If I do, I listen to Jordan Sather, because he really just doesn't. He keeps bias out of it, at least that I've seen. If he starts to change, he starts to look different to me. I don't know. That might change, but you know, watch where you. If it makes you upset to listen to, and it's not presented in an unbiased way, if it's presented and it's like trying to make you hate someone and be pro this person, or, you know, it's making you outraged or upset or take sides or any of that stuff, I wouldn't have anything to do with it. If it's objective, if it's just based on fact, you know, that's a different thing. You can take that information, put it in your little bank, just like you would studying any subject, and then you would be able to take appropriate and clear action, because you're not coming from this reactive space when the time is appropriate and when you feel prompted to do so. We're getting to the point where we can listen to our intuitions for everything. We can learn on we can live by our instinct, rather than this reactivity that's been going on with all this duality that's been happening for so many years. We do have the ability to change the world, but it really does start with us, not pointing a finger outward toward anybody or anything. So hope this helps you guys. If you like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and set your bell notifications. And you can also talk to me one-on-one anytime. Just go to amysatori.com/services, and we can have a talk about this or any other subject that you're struggling with, or you know, if you just basically need somebody to listen and help you transform the energy of something, or maybe change your perspective on something, or help you deal with anxiety, or any of the above. So anyway, have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.